Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice. And for me, it's been like 10 minutes. And for you, it's been like a whole day. Wouldn't take me that long, but the bird decided at 10 o'clock at night, we need to take a bath, Mommy. I want to take a bath. So, okay, fine, I'll turn the sink on. And then he plays in a little bit, but then he's just sitting, like, in the middle of the sink, next to the water, not under the water, next to it. Are you just wasting my fucking water? We're done. Like, you're done. Like, you're just wasting my water now, asshole. Anyway. Whatever. We got a drink. We had some tasty Japanese snacks. Tried a couple of new things. I don't know what they are, but they're good. Anyway, and that's that. So, here we go. Now all three of us are drinking. Are you guys drinking? You shouldn't drink, okay? Especially if you're underage. PSA, don't do it, okay? But I am old and therefore have an old people beverage, and we're drinking with Takeru. So, it's you and me, baby. I mean, he told me to chug. I have nothing to chug, so therefore I had to get a drink because he was looking at me with that look. This look. And it's judging me for not drinking, so I have to drink. I'm sorry. I have to keep him happy. Anyway. So, he's basically asking us blah, 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 whatever, something, textbook definite. Yeah, anyway. What I'm asking is what lies ahead. After investigating the scene, how do you make progress with the investigation? Well, that's difficult. It's easy. Just think like the criminal, that's all. You think of what you would do, what your alibi would be, how you'd erase evidence, how you'd avoid getting caught. Just thinking about the criminal's situation narrows down a lot of their potential courses of action. Is that how it is? Sasazuka, is that how you conduct your investigations all the time? It's the basics, after all. For some reason, Sasazuka turned away with a bitter expression as he tipped his head to drink. I felt buzzed on account of the alcohol intake as I continued to drink more. I can still drink some more, but I better be careful so I don't say anything stupid. Like, ugh. You know what, Sasazuka? Fucking love you. You're so pretty. And just pet his face. And then, like, hopefully he's already drunk too, so it won't matter. To think like I was a criminal, it's difficult. Maybe for someone like you. Is that because I'm stupid? That's part of it. You're terrible. Let me finish. In your case, your mind is too pure, so it's difficult. Oh, are you going to defile me and make me unpure? Because I'm okay with that, is all I'm saying. I told you before, didn't I? You've never hated anyone so much that you wanted to kill them. I'm getting to the point where I might hate you enough to want to kill you. Maybe. Not really, because I love you. I want to kiss you. Close enough. Yeah. It's the same thing. Could you ever imagine yourself trying to kill anyone? That may be impossible for me. See? That's what I meant. Sasazuka couldn't hear him mumbling, so I inched closer to his face. That's when Sasazuka's arms reached out to me. Oh. Seems like you're fine. Your face is red. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get tipsy. Sasazuka, are you drinking too? Yeah, enough. I see. Sasazuka's complexion seemed to be exactly the same. Maybe it was because he held his alcohol well, or maybe he was always drinking cocktails. I don't know what to think anymore. So did you blow off some steam? If nothing happens and I cock-blocked you, I'm going to be mad at myself, so this will be your payback. Yeah. If I see you getting a bit more drunk than you are, I might. He gave me a smile when he said that, which made me think, I usually drink more than this. All right. Huh? Spacey Hoshino. Here I go. After that display of bravado, I downed the cocktail. Hey. Phew. Now let's keep going. I started to drink out of pride, and I relaxed my inhibitions, becoming less and less aware of how impaired I was. Oh, God. We're going to wake up in bed together, but it's going to be naked. You are right. You're squinting. I'm fine. I'm assuming we're drunk. You sure? I chose a highball for my third drink, and it was so smooth I finished it immediately. I better work harder to help Sasazuka let off some steam. His useless sense of duty drove me onward. Hey, you should call it quits now. You're the one that told me to keep drinking, Sasazuka. Yeah, I did, but now I'm saying that it's okay. You can stop now. I'm fine. We're not fine. You really are stupid. With a quick motion, Sasazuka relieved me of the highball can. Ugh! That's enough. I was irritated partially because it was self-loathing. I was about to ask him what he meant, and he threw some almond chocolates in my mouth. I started chewing on the chocolate, and Sasazuka heaved a sigh. I'm irritated because I know. The more I investigate, the more their methods make sense to me. I think how I do it. It turns out they did. I'm annoyed that's the case. I just don't like it. As if he was waiting for me to swallow the chocolate, he quickly threw another one in. This is just weird that he's like a feeder. Does he want me to just listen? I'm not trying to be a saint. I think the bar for me is lower than other people. Where you would easily stop yourself. I can jump in without hesitation. But I just might be hitting my limit right now, too. The almond made crunching sounds in my mouth. I'm sorry. But that is almost like a drunk person thought. Like, I know it's just literally like she's saying the almond made crunching sounds in my mouth, but it's like, he's like, blah, 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 like talking about things. She's like, crunchy, crunchy almonds. Like, Sasazuka's words began to swirl and spin inside my head. What does he mean to be at his limit? What's the bar he's talking about? If I were on the other side. Are you sure of that? We understand your plight better than anyone you could imagine. Phrasing? Or suspicious. Those words crossed my mind and I reached out subconsciously. Hey, what are you? Sasazuka! I was surprised at how loud I spoke, and instinctively I held him down hard. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! We're getting rapey. Oh! This is interesting. He's like, you were on top, like pushing it. Ooh, girl. She's like, you don't talk like that. And he's like, you were like all over me, and I like it a little. Like, he loves it. Anyway. What was that? Huh? What bar are you talking about? What do you mean you're at your limit? Sasazuka, you're an idiot. Huh? You always call me stupid. Maybe it's actually you that's the stupid one. Are you trying to pick a fight? You're always so bossy and inconsiderate. You treat me like a pet, and you eat junk food all the time, and you always say such mean things. So you are picking a fight. Oh god, this is going to be the best fucking, like, fight sex ever. Like, and yet when it matters most, you're a kind person that comes to help me. Spacey, tell me that you won't go anywhere. Oh, we're a little drunk and, like, falling in love with... That's amazing. I love this. This is great. Don't go to the other side. Say it. Or else I'll cry. Huh? He's like, wait, what? Well, wait, hold on. Why are you crying all of a sudden? Because when we cry, you kiss us. Manipulation. Sasazuka, because you said something stupid. And also, we've been drinking, and that's what happens to girls. This is 100% me. You know what? You're so nice. Why are you so nice? I love you. I love you. You're great. I love you. Like, and then you're bawling. No, I love you. No, I love you. You're great. And somebody that you want to stab, like in the beginning of the night, you're like, I hate this person. Your friends suck. I don't want to hang out with them. And at the end, you're like, you're really cool. Like you're cool. You know. That's girls that are drunk. That is every single one of us. Hey, strange girl next to me at the bar. You are so pretty. If I were into girls, I would so have sex with you. I wish I was a lesbian. You're so pretty. Basically. If you can't say you won't go. All right, just stop crying. Sorry I made you drink. I'll apologize, so stop crying, you drunk. I'm not drunk! How on earth are you not? Don't go! Please, don't go. Sasazuka. Oh. Whoa! Hey! You idiot! While the world was spinning in darkness, I felt a gentle hand that I couldn't see gently caressing my hair. That maybe more sound like we pushed him over, and I longed for that warmth. I remembered that I held on so tight that I would never let it go. Oh God, are we gonna like... Well, this is gonna be fun in the morning. Oh, look! I regained consciousness with my eyes closed. I'm afraid of opening my eyes. I had a bad feeling about this. Or rather, I knew that I was in a bad situation. I wish I could just forget it all. But I couldn't just stay here, so I summoned the nerve to open my eyes. Oh, look how happy he looks holding us. He's like, I love you. Good morning. Is that all you have to say for yourself? I'm sorry. This wasn't the hour to be relaxing, so I was desperate to get up. I had no time to be embarrassed, so I gathered my things and ate breakfast en route to the station. Meanwhile, Sasazuka looked sullen the whole time. Yes, because you're like, I'm sorry, and you leave, and he's like, no, I wanted you to tell me you loved me. Like, I should be careful not to drink too much, no matter how much he urges me next time. But he was holding you and he was happy. He was like, I love you, you stupid drunk cat. Drunk idiot cat. Hey, go see Sakuragawa. Go check on the dad on the bombing of the Metropolitan office on the 15th. Yeah, what about you, Sasazuka? I'm going to finish the report from last night. All right, I'm off now. I mean, you've been telling your brother that he's your boyfriend, so he kind of technically is. I then heard my cell phone ring. It's probably your brother. Like, what the fuck happened to you? And you're like, nothing. It's a message from Kazuki. Oh no! I didn't call him to tell him that I was staying out last night. I cautiously turned on the screen. Okazaki is driving him bonkers. Did you find out anything about Akito? Apparently, Kazuki was preoccupied thinking about Akito. That's because he loves him. I hesitated a little before replying. Nothing yet. Sorry. I was too busy to contact you. How are things with Okazaki? He's annoying. His underling Yoshinari is too. Don't say that. I'd be worried sick if anything were to happen to you. I've been messaging Akito, but he's not responding at all. I'm sure he's reading them. I hope you can get through to him. I'm going to keep sending him messages until he blocks me. Let me know if anything happens. I sent that message and put away my phone. But that's so sad. Akito's probably not getting them, or he's like, I miss you, Kazuki. I love you so much. Oh, no. Kazuki loves him so much. It's so gay. Oh. Kazuki sends messages that won't be replied to. Akito must be reading them and know he can't reply. Maybe he's not even reading them. Maybe he doesn't even know. Poor baby. Just thinking about that makes my heart ache. I shouldn't sympathize too much. I know. Even so, I wanted to believe in Akito's innocence. There was a part of me that still believed. I know. Oh, me too. I'm with you. I hope. It's hopeless. But... Oh, Hoshino! I knew you'd be arriving soon. Hi, Sakuragawa. Sasazuka asked me to pick up the materials relating to the Metropolitan office bombing on the 15th. Sure thing. Sasazuka should have come by and greeted us if he was going to return to active duty, you know. Sasazuka is quite busy, too. I know. Well, here's the data. Do you want me to get you the June data, too? Huh? Just like with Soda, the two incidents are connected, right? I figured I'd bring it out for you just in case. I suppose. Thank you. Since Sasazuka returned to the line of duty, I didn't have to secretly take materials out. Knowing that, Sakuragawa seemed more cooperative. Anyway, I'll get going now. Hold on! Sakuragawa? She's like, are you fucking him? What? And then, oh god. She took away the files she just handed me and pulled my arm. She moved her face closer as if to share a secret. Are you and Sasazuka dating? What? I saw you two coming into work this morning. Together. And you seemed awfully close. If you're that close, I just thought... I think we're just used to each other more now. It's okay, you don't need to hide it. I got a knack for guessing these things. It's not true. You're way too nervous, and your face is red. Say, so what is it really? Ignoring Sasazuka, what are your feelings? I fucking love him. What? That's... Oh, that... Oh, that melts my heart. I don't know why my mind always filled with the worst possible things to think during situations like this. I knew that my face is burning up right now, and there's no possible way that Sakuragawa didn't notice that. Uh-huh, I see. Well, wait, no, really. From the way you're acting, there's something going on, but you're not sure yet. It seems like I'm right. I will exercise my right to remain silent. Huh, come on, don't say that. Aren't we friends? Really, it's nothing like that. Yet, maybe, I don't know. And if you have had weird misunderstandings, I'd feel bad for Sasazuka. Aw, you're quite an upstanding one. Fine, if you insist, I'll respect your wishes and back off here. But we're going drinking soon. I'll be interrogating you for real then. Can I refuse that? Oh, after all the help I've given you, you're gonna say that. Fine, let's go eat barbecue then. That's right! We're gonna go eat barbecue! We'll have meat, but you're still talking. I couldn't dodge it. Sakuragawa smiled wide as I took the files back from her. I had this odd feeling when I left the room. I didn't think that she saw Sasazuka in me that way. I couldn't help but dwell on it after what Sakuragawa said. Either way, I had been ignoring the situation and leaving things ambiguous, and she forced me to confront it. We were partners. But when I think about that more, I'm asking myself, are we really? The distance between us was completely different than when we first became partners. Besides, I can't kiss someone who I don't have feelings for. At least, that's how it was for me. What about Sasazuka? I should stop. This isn't the time to be thinking about that. I can define our relationship once we finish dealing with X-Day. I carried the heavy files and returned to the investigations HQ. And that's when you tell Sakuragawa you're like friends with her and you're like, look, this is what happened. And like, I don't know, maybe I like him, but I don't know. I haven't been thinking about it and I haven't been paying attention and I don't know. And maybe when this is all over, he's just going to go back to being a normal asshole and not love me anymore. I don't know. You know what I mean? Seriously. You're late. Sorry, I got the materials for June too. That's considerate of you. Well, Sakuragawa got it for me. I see. Sasazuka took the materials and started looking at the data regarding the Metropolitan Office bombing on the 15th. It's highly likely the explosives were planted beforehand. Does it look like Akito's doing? I think that someone else planted them. He's on the wanted list, so he can't really move about freely. Someone else planted the explosives, and then Akito actually detonated them. Is it possible someone other than Akito did it? No. How much have you looked into that June incident? During a science experiment, an entire class of students were caught in an explosion and killed. The class that was targeted had a student who committed suicide in the past. They suspected the bereaved family, but they had an airtight alibi. Seems like you know the summary. Kanade Sarah committed suicide about a year and a half ago when she was in middle school. Her family didn't realize she was being bullied. They were shocked when Kanade committed suicide, and they confronted the school about it. The school refused to admit to the bullying. Sarah family investigated the other students on their own and filed a lawsuit. I see. So what happened to the lawsuit? It was thrown out of court. One student that was going to take the witness stand suddenly refused to show up in court. Without the cooperation of the school and with their only witness gone, they had no way to prove that bullying existed. Oh no. Here's where the problem is. I haven't confirmed this yet, but the student that was supposed to testify was pressured by the school. No, there's someone even higher. Does that mean... Yes. 3 victims killed on the 15th. They were all linked to the witness suddenly backing down. It'd be strange to not suspect Akito at this point. I can't say anything. Just as Sasazuka said, considering the situation, Akito was obviously the prime suspect and he has no motherfucking alibi. Akito should be with Adonis right now. I don't know how he is, though. What do you mean? Nabu Soda, Rika Sugawara, Akito Sarah. What's the reason that the suspects have been easily found since December began? Because... I thought a little before answering, they're pawns. Haha! And that's exactly what we're supposed to answer, correct? Hold on. Yes, they were pawns. We've been saying they were pawns since, like, Enomoto's episode, so. Because they were pawns that Adonis was comfortable sacrificing. That's right. Like Soda, once he executes his incident, his usefulness to Adonis has been exhausted. Then, Akito's a pawn too. I can't shake that possibility. However, in Akito's case, they realized that we suspected him, so Adonis scooped him up before we could grab him. He's probably dead somewhere. Oh no! The perpetrators of the X-Day incidents all have the chips in them that Soda had. Conversation we had with him was overheard by Adonis too. You mean the day we all had hot pot? What exactly did you talk about with Akito? I didn't say anything of substance, except that I knew he was a suspect for the June incident. First thing he asked was, am I a suspect? Akito had apparently been prepared for this eventuality. Akito was nervous when he found out you were a former police officer. But you exchanged information later, right? Yes. So what would happen to Akito after he paid for his revenge with the incident on the 15th? Could he be sacrificed? If he really is useless, maybe. What do you mean? At the very least, Akito is safe for now. I know that for sure. How do you know that? Reasons. I'll explain later. Assuming that Akito is safe, what do you think the reason is? The reason... Although I'm not convinced it's true, I start to think based on that assumption. Because he can't be caught because he's still useful. Because remember... And then, obviously, that's in the guide. But also, Takeru just said that. He was like, as long as he's useful. Because he's still useful to them. Yes, it'd be natural to think that. Considering what happened until now, the perpetrators of the X-Day incidents were only useful as pawns. How can you be so sure? Whether it be with Soda, Sakuragawa, or Akito, they still live their regular lives, right? If they really needed them in the syndicate, they would just keep them within the Adonis hideout. The way they're holding Akito now. They didn't do that. Why? Because they didn't want to let them in. More people knowing means more possible leaks. But isn't it also risky to just let them run around freely? Even if he's caught, they can erase what they need thanks to that chip. Oh, that's right. And see, so in Enomoto's route, like Hana forgets, and she's talking to them, and you're like, I don't understand how that works though, because they never explain it. And then in this route, they explain it. So if you did this first, when you went down Enomoto's, you'd be like, well, what the fuck? So they just assume we know this shit? As opposed to like, what are we not finding out, All right, Bird. Takeru didn't tell you to drink. You don't get to drink with us. It's just me and him, Bird. It's a one-man, one-woman show. I'm kidding. I love you. You stay here. You don't go drink my drink, because you knock it over. Oh, that's right. But that's all the more reason to wonder why they still want Akito, then. What value does Akito have that the other pawns don't? Huh? Talking about you. What I said was... ha. Yeah. I was like, why would they care about Kazuki? Yeah, because it's Sasuzuka. Could it be my connection with you, Sasuzuka? Yes, that's right. I can't say it publicly, but you know the reason why. Yeah. Adonis reached out through my collar to try and recruit Sasuzuka. They did say through the collar that... We'll contact you another way soon. And Hoshino, I wish you luck. Could their other way be Akito? I said that at this particular moment, Akito is safe. Yeah, that's why I think that. Well, he said that Sasuzuka took out his cell phone and showed me his screen. Okay, so Akito texted him 10 p.m. This! So we're going to the office tonight. Huh? We can't talk about it here. Besides, our meeting place is in virtual reality. I don't get it. You'll see tonight. I guess I shouldn't really talk about that while we're in the office. Okay, let's... Boop. Oh, we forgot to read this. Ahem. The game that caused this... Oh, this is the August update. The game that caused this incident had a major bug about 6 months ago, which riled up the player base. Dark players, who cheat and steal other players' items, have started running rampant, but they're so prevalent that they're causing legitimately good players to be reprimanded. Manabu Soda, someone suspected of being connected to the X-Day incident, had similar issues in the game. This establishes a possible motive for him to target other players and developers. December 15th incident. Because of the crime announcement, it's believed that Adonis is responsible for this crime. The incident killed 3 people. Mezamune Izumida? Masamune. Izumida? Kazuyuki Usui? Or Usai? Sometimes you say the I don't know, whatever, anyway. And Yuka Endo. All of them were part of the education committee. From the past X-Day incidents, the motive is related to the bombing of the middle school in June. Akito Sarah is considered to be the prime suspect. Akito, why? Why would you do it? Hey, give this data back to Sakuragawa. Oh, you're done? Yeah, once you're done with that, meet me at the entrance of the department. Are we going somewhere? I need some motivation for the afternoon, so I need to fill up my stomach. I'll treat you to something as a reward for using your brain. Huh? Are you sure? Yeah, anything you want. Just think of a place to go. Anything but a bar. Got it. Gah. You got happy all of a sudden. You really are a dog. I'm not a dog, but I'm looking forward to a good meal. Yeah, just go. If you don't hurry, I'm going without you. Okay. You're like, no you won't. No you won't. Yes I will. No you won't, because you love me. I grabbed lunch and returned to the investigations HQ. There were a lot of investigators here for the meeting. Minagishi isn't here yet. I may be still busy. I grabbed lunch. No, you didn't. You and Takedo grabbed lunch. Hey, have you heard? Chief of Police is here in Shinjuku. What? Police Chief Takeda? That can't be true. The police chief? Police chief? The chief of the Metropolitan Police Department, the National Public Safety Commission must get agreement from the City Public Safety Commission, and then a police chief can be appointed with the Prime Minister's confirmation. I couldn't help but listen in. I heard the orders came from headquarters. They're getting impatient because X-Day is getting close. Pride of the police is on the line. But it's serious business if the police chief himself is coming here. It seemed that the chief really was in Shinjuku. I poked at Sasazuka's arm next to me. Sasazuka, did you hear that? Did you hear it? I already know about the police chief. He'll be attending this meeting. Huh? How did you... Shh, here he comes. When he entered, every single one of the investigators present stood up. I imagine him to have, like, a very, very girly voice. No, I'm just kidding. Sasazuka and I did the same, like, oh, seriously, guys, you're crazy. Just sit down. I'm everybody's best friend. No. Let's see. Let's see if he's been in anything. You think he's been a voice of anything? Let's see. He, like, all of the all of his characters kind of look the same. It's funny. No, he has not been in anything else. I figured he would be a side character. Because he's probably got a man, like, deep voice. Angry. I'll get mad at you. Ah! Anyway. Yusaku Takeda. So that's Police Chief Takeda. Takeda? Wait, Takeda. Not Takeda. Takeda. Something. Takeda? Something. Well, I think close enough. The presence of the Chief of Police added a lot of Chief of Police added a lot of tension to the room. I'm not drunk, I swear. The police chief glanced around the room and silently sat down in the middle. Next to him was Minagishi, who had followed him in. Have a seat. Minagishi gave out the order and everyone obliged. I looked to my side, but Sasazuka was acting like he typically does. I feel nervous. Oh, let us begin the investigation briefing. Sorry, I'm joking. That heavy announcement opened the meeting. The details of the briefing focused on the expression of resolve from Police Chief Takeda. With the countdown to X-Day drawing near, the police chief was here to assume direct control. The pride of the police was at stake, and we were risking it all to solve this incident. We were expected to ramp up all of our efforts in order to accomplish that. Do you understand? I need you to understand how serious my arrival makes this situation. My position is also at stake here, so stay alert and watchful. I don't like him. Everyone here was constantly on alert and giving it their all to investigate these crimes. Police Chief Takeda didn't acknowledge the efforts everyone put in. It sounded like he only cared because his status was in jeopardy. I shouldn't let it bother me. I was sure the police chief had a lot to deal with in his position. With that thought, I continued listening. That ends the briefing. Return to your post and resume your investigation. And Sasazuka, come here, please. Huh? Well, I was surprised to be summoned suddenly. Sasazuka just got up and walked over. He said Sasazuka. He said nothing about you. You are not Sasazuka. I quickly stood up too, but I hesitated a little before I followed him. As promised, I let them know. Please make it quick. Got it. Sasazuka went out to the hallway after exchanging a few words with Minagishi. What should I do? Leave? I don't know whether or not to follow them, but then Minagishi tapped me on the back. You can tag along, but keep some distance. Do not just jump in. Urged by Minagishi, I went to the hallway. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Takeru Sasazuka of the Cybercrimes Division. Minagishi has told me about you. Sasazuka was talking with the police chief. What's going on? Don't ask, Spacey. Keep your mouth shut. I just like beating around the bush. You something to say, make it quick. I don't have much time to spare for you. And then I'll be happy to oblige your request. Come back here in order to reinstate the Swords and Firearms Control Law. I'll see it put back on the books. I know full well that it's not an easy problem to solve. But when I'm the one that cracks the X-Day incidents, I'd like for you to take a hard look at bringing back the Swords and Firearms Control Law. After he said that, Sasazuka bowed. Please. Sasazuka? That's the first time I'd seen him bow to anyone. Reinstating the law was Sasazuka's primary goal. And now that I understood Sasazuka's past trauma, I knew how important that is to him. I watched quietly as Police Chief Takeda opened his mouth to speak. Solving the case by your own hand, huh? You talk big. I'm confident I can. Assuming that you do basically solve the incidents on your own. You must also understand that I'm unable to decide the fate of the Swords and Firearms Control on my own. Of course. I see. You do understand. So you're telling me to pull my strings in order to move people who can affect that change. I leave it to you to interpret my words however you see fit. After saying that, Sasazuka smiles. I just like people who are all talk. I'll pretend I didn't hear what you said here today. I don't mind. I hope to get a response from you the next time I see you. Huh, we'll see. With that being said, the police chief walked away. This was one of the conditions for Sasazuka to return to the line of duty. Huh? You don't remember? He whispered into my ear that day. And one more thing. Where did you get that information? You hold me in high regard, so you should already know what the source is. Those are my conditions. If you accept all that, then I don't mind returning to the line of duty. Oh, speaking of which, back then he'd extracted information from the Metropolitan Office's network that the police chief was coming to Shinjuku. And on top of that, he wanted to make a personal appeal to the chief of police himself. Huh? I was about to yell when my mouth was covered up from behind. Don't shout, stupid. I nodded and he let go. Did it go well? Beats me. But from that little briefing, it's pretty apparent that old man is only ever thinking about preserving his position. If I really do solve the incidents, he might help me. I hope so. I'm relieved to have fulfilled my promise to you. I'm sorry, but I'll excuse myself now. I wish the two of you the best of luck. Minagishi quickly follows after the police chief. He ran. Did you hear his footsteps? Dunk, 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 dunk. He didn't quickly. He fucking ran. Sasazuka, you never fail to surprise me. Don't sulk. But let's just continue the investigation. You want to reinstate the law too, don't you? I do, but let's get some coffee. I'll be sure to grab a lot of extra sugar and milk. I said that and trudged along, and Sasazuka nodded, obviously pretty pleased with himself as he returned to HQ. Nobody's here. Yeah, I had them go away. Sasazuka turned on the lights, and I picked up the remote for the climate controls in order to warm up the room. It'll take time to get everything ready, so just relax. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that like see, they basically like because they're translating hi to as to yes every single time, but it's not. Like if you've ever watched like anime, they always translate it like, yep, uh-huh, okay, sure, right. Like it's a million different fucking things. So they always just direct translate it. Yes. I'm like always wondering, I'm like, why do they always just say yes all the time? It's not. That's technically what it is, but that's not in the context. It's probably right, sure, okay, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Stop, bird. Stop. You can't have drinks. No drinks for you, booze bird. Oh, are you drunk now? Probably. I honestly had no idea what's about to happen or what to expect. Sasazuka turned on his PC and started clicking away on his keyboard. He seemed to be concentrating, so I quietly sat down on the sofa and tried my best to stay out of his way. Oh, I better contact Kazuki. I reached into my pocket to grab my phone and began to write a message. I might be late tonight. Do you have some decent food to eat? After a while, a reply comes. I'll be fine. Okay, thank Okazaki for me. I don't want to. Hold on. Sorry, I had to swallow my pill and I couldn't do it. Like also, I don't want to. Are they all right? I was obviously worried about how the two of them were doing since they didn't get along, but then I laughed at the next message. It's obviously Okazaki took his phone. We're doing fine here. Is this from Okazaki? Ignore that last message. Seems like they're doing fine, so don't worry about them. Okay, bundle up and don't catch a cold. I sent that message and put my phone away. All right, that should do it. Are you done? Yeah, I just need to wait until 10 now. What are we doing? I'd like to know soon. Put it simply, we're going to video chat. I showed you the message from Akito, right? 3 days ago, I got another message. Sasazuka clicked through his cell phone and then showed me the screen. What is this? It's a user account for a video chat site. I searched for it and it came out. I've already created a user account with my information. Meaning, we'll be able to speak with Akito directly at 10 o'clock. Video chat. So, like a TV phone? Oh god, girl, do you not fucking know what video chat... You really are from the Stone Age. I know, I'm with you, Takeru. I'm totally with you. I've never used it before. Jeez. In short, you can talk to someone in real time when you connect a camera and a mic to your PC. Or just use the camera that's in your PC. I see. It seems like it's a great thing we'll be able to confirm whether or not Akito is safe. Also, I mean, here, you can do that on your phone. It's called FaceTime or Skype. I mean, like, seriously. Don't be so carefree. I've already told you why Akito was trying to make contact with me. Oh, that's true, but Akito had gotten and repaid his revenge, but he's still being kept around because he was connected with Sasazuka. In other words, Akito's mission tonight was to recruit Sasazuka. Don't look at me like that. Sasazuka, it's almost time. You stand behind me. We don't know if Akito knows anything about your caller. Don't speak unless it's absolutely necessary. All right. But it's only 9:58. Sasazuka sat in front of his PC and put on his headset and mic. I stood behind him while watching the screen anxiously. And then... Ah! I'm so nervous. The moment the clock hit 10, a familiar face popped up on the monitor. It should have, you know what I mean? You should have gotten a call. Oh no, Akito! Oh, Akito, you poor precious. Look at how innocent he looks. Why would you do this? My poor precious Akito. Oh, no. Sweetie, why? Why do you break my heart? Nice to see you again, Sasazuka. And Kazuki's sister. Keto. Hey, you seem to be doing well. For now. Sorry to rush things, but were you responsible for the Metropolitan Office bombing on the 15th? All of a sudden. Personally, I was angry for Akito, but he just smiled wryly. Right, look at him, he's like, but you already know the answer. You're quite the sly one. Yes, I did it. I'm not as good as you, but I do have some hacking skills too. Oh? The bomb was planted beforehand, and I used the elevator and security systems to guide them up to the top floor. You know the rest. I did everything. He says it so bluntly. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I knew we did it, but oh my god. Guys, no, Akito! Akito was displaying no emotion at all on the monitor. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So, are you satisfied now? It beats me. I honestly don't know. They're dead, but it's not like doing this is going to bring my sister back. This may all just be self-satisfaction. Kazuki loves you, and you broke his heart. No, it most likely is out of self-satisfaction. My sister didn't tell anyone about the bullying, but she did try to talk to me. I was too preoccupied with my hobby that I never bothered to hear her out. It was my fault that she died. It's easy to say that it isn't true, but if I was sitting in his shoes, I don't think I'd be able to blame him. Sasazuka, if you investigated me, you'd know that the lawsuit my family filed was dismissed. Yeah, your only witness didn't show. We didn't even need a witness to win the case against the school. What do you mean? My sister left a suicide note. She wrote down the names of all the people who bullied her. If we submitted that as evidence, we could have won the lawsuit. But I wanted to get revenge on those people with my own hands, no matter how many years it took. It was the only thing left that I could do for my sister. And that's what I thought. Kito's expression was quiet. Oh god, you didn't destroy the letter, did you? You seem like a different person than the person I knew. The one who would hang out with Kazuki. Let's get down to business. The reason that I'm contacting you tonight is because I've been ordered to by the powers that be in Adonis. I could tell that hearing that made Sasazuka tense up slightly. We researched your past. I can understand why Zero wanted me to recruit you. What is this, Zero? Zero is the leader of Adonis. We owe everything to him. You owe everything to someone that pushed you to take revenge? You can make your own judgment call after hearing this. Thomas Ken Nagata. Do you recognize this name? It's probably the guy that killed his mother. That name, could it be... Yes, Sasazuka. That's the name of the shooter that killed your mother. What about it? He's currently in Japan. Huh? On the monitor that was displaying Akito, the image of a tall man appeared. Oh god. The picture was in black and white and looked like it was a security camera footage. Sasazuka was focused intently on the picture. From the way he reacted, that must actually be the person who murdered his mother. Oh no. Under the orders of the syndicate he belonged to, he came to Japan earlier this year. We already researched his whereabouts, contact information, and his known associates. If you'd like, Adonis will assist you in exacting your revenge. Adonis will assist you in exacting your revenge. Spacey can read, I swear. And that's the message from Zero. Sasazuka. His shoulders twitched. Seeing the killer that he hated so much, the man he actually wanted to kill. What was Sasazuka thinking right now? Oh my god, don't fucking do it. The silence was deafening to me. Nagata is part of the criminal underworld. Even you won't be able to pursue him all by yourself. And you're saying Adonis can? Set a thief to catch a thief, they say. I don't know the exact details, though. But Sasazuka, society has already judged him for his crimes, and they found him innocent. This is exactly the reason I joined Adonis. I don't regret that one bit. But you did! You did it, Anamoto's route, Akito! We had faith in you. Sasazuka doesn't say anything. He just stared at Akito through the monitor. Or perhaps he was actually just staring at the killer on the screen. If you intend to join Adonis, send me a message within 3 days. You can come with Big Sister over there, or by yourself. She has nothing to do with this. Sasazuka! You shut up. Sasazuka's voice was cold, and I missed my window to reach out to him. We were so close, and yet I felt like he was in his own pocket of space. As soon as you contact us, we'll send someone. And don't bother setting them up. Only the lowest level henchmen will be sent. Stop. If it was possible, I wanted to shut off the PC. I didn't want him to hear Akito's words anymore. I didn't want Sasazuka to waver. I made fists with both hands, clenched my teeth, and waited. Akito turned to me. "Oh, right, Big Sister, can you do me a favor and tell Kazuki to stop messaging me?" I hesitated for a moment, but when Sasazuka didn't react, I quietly opened my mouth to speak. "I can't do that. Kazuki is still waiting for your reply, Akito. You're reading them, aren't you?" "I may be reading them, but I can't respond. He still says he believes in me. I'm already a criminal. Akito, and I've already sent a parting gift to Kazuki. He might not realize it, but it was atonement for myself." Akito turned his attention away from me and looked at Sasazuka again. "Sasazuka, this is a personal request to you. Please make no mistake about who it is that must be judged. Seventh executor." And with that, Akito disappeared from the monitor. "Akito, you're breaking my heart!" Mrs. Sasazuka's killer. Hold on, we're going to read those. "A confession from the perpetrator, Akito Sera, a third-year student of the Kotomine Academy, neatly closed this case. Sera's little sister, Kanade Sera, had committed suicide after being bullied. He had sworn revenge and was talked into it by Adonis. The 3 people who died at the City Hall bombing had exerted outside pressure during the judgments on Kanade Sera's suicide. Although the perpetrator of the June X Day incident is still unknown, Akito Sera's revenge is his motive, and the perpetrator will be charged with instigation of murder and being an accomplice to murder." God damn it, Akito! Japanese-American Thomas Ken Nakada murdered Takeru Sasazuka's mother 6 years ago. Due to him being a minor at the time of the crime and his having some shady connections, his sentencing was light despite being convicted of murder. He has since been released from prison and is living in Japan. Maybe not for long. Sasazuka didn't move from his desk. He didn't even turn around to look at me as he sat in silence. I didn't know what I should say to Sasazuka right now. As the silence continued, the ticking of the wall clock seemed to grow louder than I remembered. "Spacey." "Yes?" Sasazuki slowly rose to his feet and turned to face me. "Go home for today." "Huh? But—" "I need to do some thinking alone. Please." "Think about what?" He'd never said please to me before. Every other time he thought he needed space, he'd just bluntly tell me to get out or something similar. "Girl, you fucking grab him, you fucking kiss him, and then you just leave so that he knows you love him." His words were meant to be kind, but it felt like he was pushing me away. It made me afraid. Am I just in the way? Just go home. Your brother's worried about you. Sasazuka. He grabbed my coat on the sofa and handed it to me and urged me to go without saying another word. Please tell me you won't go anywhere. I couldn't bring myself to say that right now. Text it to him as soon as you leave. Uh-oh. This is, we're getting to the point of where we could get our third bad ending, and I know what's going to happen. The following day, I headed to the investigations HQ and looked through the X-Day incidents file all morning. No new information useful to the investigation. I stared at the picture of Akito being posted as a suspect. Among his list of friends was Kazuki's name. I brushed my finger against it. During breakfast, Kazuki seemed to act like his usual self. Okazaki complimented me on the breakfast I made, and Kazuki frowned at him, telling him not to hit on his sister in front of him. Yoshinari had 3 plates, and Kazuki told him to show some restraint. But he was acting calm. But when I saw him look down every so often to futilely check his phone, it just made me feel so sad. I left home because I couldn't bear to see my brother like that any longer. It seems like Sasazuka hasn't made it into work yet. Oh, Minagishi, good morning. Good morning, Hoshino. Did something happen with Sasazuka? We're about to begin the day's briefing. Sasazuka's been doing an independent investigation since last night. I can't say what happened last night. Minagishi frowned a little while he looked at me suspiciously. Freelancing at this juncture. I'm sorry. There's no need for you to apologize. The investigation is currently at a standstill. If he's found some clues, then that could allow him more room to operate. Minagishi shows me a tired smile. He wasn't the type to ever complain to one of his subordinates. The stress wrinkles visible on his face made me stand up. You seem a bit tired, so how about I make you some coffee? Well, thank you. The deadline that Adonis had declared for X Date was only 2 weeks away. The only person who seemed to still have energy was Police Chief Takeda, who was yelling up a storm. The investigators on site, including Minagishi, were all visibly tired. After I delivered coffee to Minagishi, I went out of the hallway for a break and dashed off a message to Sasazuka. Don't you dare leave me. Where are you right now? If you can read this message right now, please respond. I looked toward the ground while holding my phone in my line of sight. If you'd like, Adonis will assist you in exacting your revenge. And that's the message from Zero. The number you have dialed is unavailable right now. At the tone. He's not answering. The seed of worry grew larger, and its vines started to constrict around my heart. He had a motive for revenge. He had a target for revenge. And now he had the means for revenge. With the same stage set for him, Akito joined Adonis. What would Sasazuka do? He said that there was someone he hated so much that he wanted to kill them. I couldn't concentrate. After I left the police department, I heaved a huge sigh and tried to reflect on the situation. I couldn't remember doing a single productive thing at work today. I better snap out of it. I slapped my face to rile myself up, and I checked my messages with the faintest bit of hope. As I suspected, nothing. I tried calling again, but once again, I just got the answering machine. You mean voicemail? What do I do? I couldn't just go home, so I thought about what I should do. This is where we're gonna, since we're almost at time, we're gonna save here. And we're going to do bad ending 3. We know he's at the motherfucking office, but we're gonna go to his home. Well, okay, it's bad ending 2, because we got the Adonis bad ending 1. This is with when we missed shooting what's his face, Soda. This is bad ending 2. So technically the third one. This is the third bad ending. There are 2 other bad endings and then a tragic love ending, but I think we will have to do those. I don't know. We could technically go back and do them after this. So we'll have to think about it. So this will finish up this part. We'll go to his home. We'll get this bad ending. We'll end. And then I think what we could do in the next part is start where we select low, get the other bad endings, and then come back here, go to the office, and then finish out the game on the good ending. So I think that's what we might do. Because I think it'll work that way, because we won't be reading anything different. Actually, the only thing is chapter 6. So there is a chapter 6. So we'll have to get the tragic love ending at the very end. So I like ending on a happy note, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll just, okay, you know what? We'll just continue. We'll get the good ending, and then we'll go back through and do all those other bad endings, just because it's an awkward flow, and we're going to have to get a bad ending after the good ending anyway. So, all right. We'll get a bad ending. We're going to get this last bad ending now because it's easy. It's in the path. But anyway. Sasazuka, he's not here. He wasn't at Investigations HQ, so I thought he might be at home. I went to his apartment with that hope, but there wasn't any light from his room. All I could do was look up at his window while calling him. He's not answering. I turned around, and with my shoulders slumped, I headed to the office, and we're going to be too late. Kind of like what we did with Enomoto when we... Yeah. The office door had been left carelessly unlocked, so I entered, but no one was there. I should call Yanagi, but if I can't get a hold of him, it's the same. My mind filled with a fog of unpleasant thoughts when I sat down in Sasazuka's chair. I hated someone so badly I wanted to kill them. I wasn't satisfied with the law's judgment. I wanted to take justice into my own hands. I just hated that person so much I couldn't bear it. But you hate him more than you love us? Aww. Bird, no. You can't have it. What was he doing right now? He wasn't at the station or the office. It's like he was deliberately avoiding me. With the fire of revenge burning inside of him, what could he be thinking right now? Do you understand? That's why I didn't follow through. I wanted to kill him, but I didn't have a chance. If my mother's killer was in front of me, I'd want to kill him. I didn't understand that. Revenge only spawned more revenge. The police existed to sever that cycle. If killing and revenge was justified, then the world would never know any peace, right? Where you would easily stop yourself, I can jump in without hesitation. But I just might be hitting my limit right now, too. I didn't know. I didn't know what Sasazuka was really thinking. Why didn't he tell me that he was different from the others? But Sasazuka, society has already judged him for his crimes, and they found him innocent. This is exactly why I joined Adonis. I don't regret that one bit. I didn't understand Sasazuka. Please come back. Soon. The worry grew within my heart as I closed my eyes. As if I was running away into a dream world. Spacey? I heard a voice whisper my name as my head was patted. Sasazuka? Oh. Just go back to sleep. I felt something blowing in my face, which caused me to shut my eyes. What's going on? I wanted to open my eyes. I wanted to see who was there, but I couldn't. Oh God. The button by my neck was undone, and I felt my jaw being tickled. I heard a metallic sound. Did he go to them and say, "Fine, but you're taking her collar off"? No! Then all of a sudden, I felt a cool air caress my neck. While I drifted off into sleep, I still had no idea what was happening. I'm sorry. A gentle hand stroked my ear, and then the warmth disappeared. Why did you apologize? Why did you leave? I didn't want the warmth to go away. I wanted to reach out to grab it, but my mind and body were paralyzed. I couldn't move a single muscle. The only thing that I had control over were the tears streaming down my cheek. Hey, wake up. Hoshino. Someone. When did I go to sleep? My head hurts. I opened my eyes when someone shook my shoulder. I was going to say it's Yanagi or what's the name? Yanagi? Yanagi had an ominous look on his face as he stared at my neck. I'm sorry. I know you just woke up, but you need to tell me what happened. What do you mean? And then I noticed there was something wrong with my neck. No. Something was missing. The proof I was being watched by Adonis. The evil collar that held my life hostage. No! It was gone. So was Sasazuka. Why? Oddly, the first thing that I felt wasn't freedom, but a sort of emptiness. No way. I couldn't shake the feeling that in exchange for losing the collar, I'd lost something important. I was already moving before I could think. I ignored Yanagi as I sped outside. I violently threw open the door and ran down the steps. Sasazuka! Where are you, Sasazuka? He's not there, honey. My shouts echoed among the dark buildings that looked like tombstones in the night. That wasn't a dream. I'm sorry. Why? I cried out, but I already knew. My voice wouldn't reach him. Sasazuka had gone someplace that I couldn't reach him. And then, all contact with Sasazuka was lost. Investigations HQ searched for him, but we'd lost nearly all trace of him. Days passed. This is so painful. Oh no. No, God! Oh my God! This is bad! X Day has arrived. The Shinjuku citizens all looked up at the sky as the countdown went to 0. The heavily processed robotic voice. I knew this voice well. I heard the voice of the death sentence, a voice I was quite familiar with. But she doesn't have a collar on. Oh. He went to them in exchange for letting her go. Oh no! That was awful. That was an awful bad end. But anyway, so when we come back, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do some of the other bad ends and then we'll go to the good end. We can't do one of them. So one of them, we go back in, we select low for, I guess you can select the chapter, I guess from here. And you can select, oh, I can't. Oh, you have to finish it. Like I can do Enomoto, but I can't pick Sasazuka. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have to, so never mind, we can't. Because you can go in and select chapter 3, select low, and chapter 4, and then select low for so we can't do these 3 endings until we, the rest of the bad ends, yeah. So these ones we could do because we could go to them as we were going down the path. They split off. The other ones you have to get low relationship with, so you have to select the chapter in the chapter menu. But we can't do that because we haven't finished the game. So what we'll do when we come back in the next part is we will start right from that last choice. We'll go to the office, find him, save him so he doesn't do that. We'll get our good ending, and then we'll do all those, the other 3 bad endings after that. So that's just the way it'll have to be. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.